So in this video, we're going to talk about the power of basic conjunctions. And the way that I use this in my class is kind of like a summative, or not a summative, but a formative assessment. So I can form an opinion on how well you understand the content we just talked about. And so what I do is it's called a because, but, and so routine. And I have basically three sentence stems. And I'll just go ahead and go to the next slide here so you can see. So I'll have a sentence, the beginning of a sentence, like a kernel sentence, a little nugget says the teacher was happy because, and then the teacher was happy but, and the teacher was happy so. So this is an example. The one we're going to talk about today has to do with today's lesson. You'll complete these sentence stems. And so let me basically explain. The teacher was happy because, and then the because is going to, you're going to finish that sentence, but you're going to explain why it was true, why I'm happy. So this is what caused me to be happy. So it happened before I was happy. I was neither happy nor sad. Something happened and now I'm happy. And so in this example, the answer is the teacher was happy because we raised our hands. Now the next one, the next sentence stem, the teacher was happy, but. Okay, so that is kind of like an uh-oh. It's a change of direction. So you may have heard somebody say, you did a really good job on this part of the project, but, and then you know, uh-oh, here it comes. They're going to tell me something I did wrong because they just told me something I did good and they said, but. Okay, so a but is a change of direction. That sentence stem, you're going to tell something kind of the opposite. It indicates that there's something, even though I'm happy, something else is going to happen. So the teacher was happy, but he still gave us homework because you might expect, hey, the teacher was happy, so he let us not have any homework. And that gets us to the next one. So a but is a change of direction. Maybe it's unexpected. The teacher was happy, so this is not what made me happy, but because I am now happy, I decided to do this other thing. So I'm happy, so I gave you time to use your phones. Okay. So the teacher was happy, so he gave us time to use our phones. And so the because, it's what made me happy. The but is kind of a change of direction. And then the teacher was so happy, so the so is what came after I was happy. What did I do because I was happy? Okay. And so on today's assignment, you're going to do these sentence stems. And on the discussion post, what I want you to do, I'm going to put these three sentence stems up there. It's going to say, Father Hidalgo called for Mexican independence because. And you are going to copy and paste that into your response, all three of those, but you're going to complete it. You're going to complete the sentence. Notice, pay attention to your punctuation. I know this isn't English class, but you can still write three solid sentences with capitalization at the beginning. Notice there's no comma here, but then on these others, there's a comma. So Father Hidalgo called for independence because. And so what I'm looking for here is why did he call for independence? What was it that why was he deciding that Mexico needed to be independent? What was going on that made him call for independence? Father Hidalgo called for Mexican independence, but, okay, so he called for independence, he's expecting it, but something happens, or something is a change of direction, and complete that sentence that way. And then finally, Father Hidalgo called for Mexican independence, so he calls for independence, and then what does he do? What happens as a result of that? Not necessarily immediately, but kind of ongoing. But just anything that happens as a result of him calling for independence. Okay, so the because is before he calls, the reason he decided to call. The but is a change of direction, and the so is what is kind of the result of that call for independence. Okay, so hopefully that helps you understand and how to complete these three sentence stems. Do this in your discussion post.